Now we're starting on question 15 of the extra practice paper review for Unit 3. It asks us to find the area and circumference of a circle. Determine the area and circumference of a circle with diameter 22. Okay, so I'm going to draw a circle. The diameter of this guy is 22. Okay, use 3.14 for pi. Round your answer to the nearest hundredth as needed. So let's do with area first. So area of a circle is pi times r squared. Now it's said to use for pi 3.14, so I'm going to plug that in. The radius. Now the diameter equals 22. So half of the diameter equals the radius. So half of 22 equals 11. So 11 is r. So I'm going to take 11 and square it. So when I plug this in on the calculator, I'm going to square 11 first. So you could take 11 times 11 or take 11 to the second power, and I get 121. Now I'm going to multiply that by 3.14. And I get 379.94. Okay, and that is in inches squared. Okay, so that's the area of the circle. Now the circumference, I can either use one of two formulas, 2 pi r or pi d. Since we were given the diameter initially, I'm going to use pi d. So pi is 3.14 times that diameter, which is 22, and I'm going to multiply this together. And when I do that, I get 69.08, and this is inches. So the circumference of this circle is 69.08 inches. Okay, that was number 15. Number 14, find the perimeter and area of the figure pictured below. Okay, so to find the perimeter, if I work on that first, I have this little area right here that I just put in blue that I don't know. But I can figure it out because the total length of this side is 7, and then I have this piece here, 5. So 7 minus 5 is 2. So I know that this is 2 meters here. Again, I just subtracted 7 minus 5 to get that length. I also need to know, and I'll use a different color, the length of this here. So the 2 meters is this, and I need to know what this length is. So again, the whole length is 9 minus 4. So 9 minus 4 is 5. So I'm going to put 5 here, 5 meters here. Okay, so now I'm going to do perimeter. I'm going to start with a 4 and I'm going to move clockwise. So perimeter equals 4 plus 2 plus 5 plus 5 plus 9 plus 7. 4 and 2 is 6, plus 5 and 5 is 10, plus 9 and 7 is 16. 6 and 10 is 16, plus 16 equals 32. So 32 meters is the perimeter. Now, to find the area, I'm actually going to break this up into two pieces. I have a small rectangular region here, which I'm going to highlight in green, and then I have a large rectangular region here. Okay, so I'm going to add area 1 plus area 2. So I'm going to find area 1 first. So it's a smaller rectangle. We have 4 meters here and 2 meters here. So remember, to find the area of a rectangle, you take length times width. The length is 4 and the width is 2. So 4 times 2 equals 8 meters squared. Area 2 is that larger rectangular region on the bottom there that I have in green. Or no, sorry, it's not. It's in yellow. The other one was in green. That's the one I just found. So the yellow one, the length is 9 meters and the width is 5. So area equals length times width, or 9 times 5, which is 45 meters squared. Now I'm going to add the two areas together. So add area 1 plus area 2 So 8 plus 45 will give me 53 meters squared. Okay, so the perimeter again was 8 meters. No, sorry, I looked at the wrong thing. It's 32. So I'm going to put that in there. And the area, the complete area is 53 meters squared. Okay, 17. The volume of a cylinder with height h and radius r can be found using the formula V equals pi r squared h. Sketch a cylinder with radius r, which is 9 feet, and height h, which is 4 feet. Then find the volume and select the correct units. Okay. So if we draw a cylinder, the radius is 9, and the height equals 4. Okay, the formula for this is volume equals pi r squared times the height. It didn't say to use 3.14 for pi, so I'm going to have to use the pi key. But I know the radius is 9, so I'm going to square that, and I'm going to multiply that by 4. So this becomes pi. 9 times 9 is 81, and then I multiply this by 4. So in your calculator, hit the pi key, and I'm going to multiply that times 81, and I'm going to multiply that by 4. And when I do that, I get 1017.876, and it said round to the nearest hundredths. The 7 falls in the hundredths position. I look behind it, it's a 6. I'm going to round up. So 1017.88. And that is going to be feet squared, or cubed, feet cubed, because we just found volume. Okay, so it's cubic feet. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do 18. A sports ball has the diameter of 24 centimeters. Find the volume of the ball and select the correct units. Okay, so we're assuming that this is a sphere. Okay, in the sphere's formula to find the volume of a sphere, it's 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, so we need to know the radius. We know the diameter equals 24, and half the diameter equals the radius. So 1/2 of 24 is going to give me 12, and that is my radius. Okay, so if I plug and play, I get 4/3 times the pi key times the radius, which is 12 cubed. So let's figure out what 12 cubed is. So 12 times 12 times 12. And when I do that, I get 1,728 times pi times 4/3. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1728 times 4. And when I get that, I get 6912, and that's over 3. And then we're going to multiply that by pi. So now I'm going to divide that by 3. 2304. Now I'm going to multiply that by pi. So when I do that, I get 7238.229. Round to the nearest hundredths. The 2 falls in the hundredths place. I look behind it, it's a 9, so I'm going to round up. So 7238.23. So 7,238.23, and we're in centimeters cubed, or cubic centimeters. So just to let you know, what did I do at this step? I multiplied 4 times 4 cubed, and then I divided it by 3. So I took 1728 times 4, which was this, and then divided it by 3, and then multiplied that by pi. Okay, so that was number 18. I'm going to stop the video here, and I'll pick up at number 19 for the next one.